Hello friends, it's Cassie and welcome back for another video here on my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be playing with the ampersand. This is from Spellbinders and it's a part of their Stitched Alphabet collection. A couple days ago or the other day I had posted the V, and today we're going to be making a Christmas card using the ampersand. I'm so excited to share it with you because I think this ampersand is so good for so many different cards and occasions. And so if you don't get any other alphabets, get that ampersand for sure. All right, I wanted to pair it up with the With Love Regalia die set because it's just perfect for it. So I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine with some red cardstock and some white cardstock, and then I'm going to take this part of that With Love Regalia die and run this through my die cutting machine twice. So that way I'll have two pieces to put on my slimline card. So here we have it, and I have cut down some mirror cardstock. This is some Tonic polished gold mirror cardstock, and this is the size of the slimline that I typically make, which is 8.5 by 3.5 inches closed. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue all around the perimeter of this part of the die cut, and then I'll put some little spots of glue inside there just to make sure that it's going to be stuck down in some prominent areas. I don't anticipate this, getting messed around with too much, so I don't have to make sure every part of that is covered with the glue. But I'm going to stick that down on one end, and we are going to have some little pieces that hang off to the side. I'm not worried about that. We'll cut that off later. And then I'll take my other piece and we will attach that to the other end of our piece of mirror cardstock. And then once that's on there, I'll flip this over and I will cut off that excess bit that is hanging off of our sides. And then we'll have this beautiful center that we can put our ampersand in. Now originally I was not going to stitch this. I thought I wanted to show that you could just stick it right on if you wanted to, but then I just had to with that gold. I pulled out that DMC floss that I used the other day for the V, and if you want to see that up close, like the stitching, go back and check out the one where I make the V, because I'll show it in real time and I will have it nice and it's close up, so you can really get a look at how that is. But it's so super easy to do. I'm going to make sure do that whole middle section, and then once that's all done, I'm going to attach down the floss to the back just using some double-sided tape. What I'll do is basically sandwich it in between, and you have to do the middle section, and then you have to do the two separate sections, the two other pieces. Those have to be separate too. I mean, I'm sure there's a way you could, finagle it around, but this was just the simpler way to do it. So I've got all those attached now. They're all sewn. Everything is good. And now I'm going to take some liquid glue and adhere this down to the shadow piece. Now, another option would be to use some foam tape. That way it would stick even better, because when you do some stitching, you're obviously going to have a little bit of bulk behind there. So in order to make sure this really sticks on there, I'm going to put some heavy blocks on top and really just make sure that's good and pushed down. All right, for my card base, I have some more white cardstock. This measures 7 inches by 8.5 inches, scored at 3.5 inches. So that's going to be our slimline base. And then I can take our panel and attach that to it, just using some more of that liquid glue. Once that's down, I'm going to pick out I've got some stickers in my stash. I've had these for a long time, and this is what makes the ampersand so amazing. You can say whatever you want. And I'm going to make a Christmas card that says Merry and Bright. So I pulled out some green stickers I had in my stash. I have a piece of acetate, pardon my head. I'm just going to stick those letters down on top of that acetate, just leaving it half off of the acetate, and that way I can make sure that it is nice and straight to exactly what I want to put it to. So I'm just going to put it on some white cardstock. And then we'll do the same thing with the word bright, and we'll stick that down on the white cardstock. The acetate just makes it super easy to do so, and I don't have to worry about sticking it down and making sure that it's straight, because once they're usually down, it's hard to get them up. But once you do it on the acetate, it's so much easier. I'm going to trim these words down using my guillotine trimmer. And then I'm going to even go a little step further, and I am going to use one of the pieces from the With Love Regalia die set, and we're going to cut a fishtail banner in there. So we'll just pull out that one die and attach it down to all the sides of our Merry and Bright and run that through our die cutting machine. And then we have these beautiful words. I love it. You could do hugs and kisses, Merry and Bright. Think of all the options. And there's actually some sentiment sets that go perfectly with this. I'll have those linked down below. They're meant to go with it. So I'll have those, like I said, linked down below so that you can go check those out. But let your imagination go wild with something like this. And I'm just going to glue these down with the liquid glue. And once those are down, I'm not going to embellish anymore. This is it. So I hope that you liked this card. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. All the products I used are linked down below, and a big thank you for all the support you guys give. I'll see you soon in another video. Bye everybody.